One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Ruston, Louisiana, Joe IA Stadium, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on a team from the MAC, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Raging Cajuns will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs offense will go to work first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the rest. Cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how...
Running wide open down the gut of the field. Wide open spaces. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And how about that start for this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
Got it in the middle. It's Simon. Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Looking for a productive play on first down. Look out, he's got room. Corralled and brought down by the defense. All right, guys, let's chat about Louisiana Tech. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
They'll run it on first and goal. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity to put 3 on the board.
So the Raging Cajuns offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
To the air, it's Collins. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Raging Cajuns really need to keep this drive alive on third down.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside and take advantage of it to make big plays.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Finds his man. It's Davis. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Raging Cajuns are on the move. Back to the ground game on the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No game on the play. Make some noise, get on your feet, get loud, Bulldog fans. It's third.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Here's the heat. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late, and as a result, it's an INT.
Finds his man. It's 4. Oh, he's got some space. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. QB draw. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
42 Spiders.
Leaves it with the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. He's got it on the move. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. On 1st and goal, let's see what Louisiana Tech does. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I'll tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole. And slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Raging Cajuns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the...
It's a running room. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the ball.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Raging Cajuns are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed behind the line. It's Robertson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
Here's the handoff. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Raging Cajuns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll try the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about. Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To the air, it's Collins. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Mississippi State. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know. Turning it on! Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they wanted more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion. It's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the first half on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Pulls it in, it's Dennis. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Firing deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And the Raging Cajuns line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Baker. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. On third down, going up top. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
This defense really does a nice job playing with their eyes and pursuing the ball. They took away all of the quarterback's options down the field. When he finally checked it down, they rallied to him, made the tackle, now setting up fourth.
And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sampson. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Collins. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Raging Cajuns decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Third down coming up.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play by this defense.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
They'll leave it with him. He'll try. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. The corners are walked up tight. Dropping back, it's Baker. Rushes on him. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. How big is this drive. Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. He'll do it himself. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
On fourth down, going to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. They go back to work with the first down in the... period of this one. Dropping back, it's Collins. Got a man, it's Sampson. There he goes! Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Raging Cajuns are on the move. They'll go back to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. The Raging Cajuns have pushed it inside the 20. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Caught close to the marker, it's Sampson. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Touchdown, Louisiana! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
17. Louisiana Tech, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They went 3 and out the last time they had it. Trailing late, they've got to get to work here. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Simon. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this team.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Baker. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Here comes the heat. The offense coughs it up. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive. But the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move. Oh, a lot of space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Raging Cajuns are marching down the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through the tackle. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Raging Cajuns come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Raging Cajuns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Their work here is virtually